Hello and welcome to Science Monitor, a show that brings to you the most significant news from the world of science, technology, innovation, research, discoveries and much more. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor and here are this week's headlines. The Department of Science and Technology and Doordarshan launched two science communication platforms, DD Science and India Science. CSIR's the Central Scientific Instruments Organization or CSIO develops a lithium-ion, a device to educate the visually impaired. Scientists at IISER Kolkata develop a method to simulate and predict the sun's solar activity for the next decade. Defence Research and Development Organization or DRDO declared Exhibitor of the Year in the Pride of India Expo at the recently held 106th Indian Science Congress. The Department of Science and Technology along with Doordarshan Prasar Bharati announced the launch of two science communication platforms, DD Science and India Science, on 15th of January 2019. Now, DD Science is a 1-hour slot on Doordarshan National Channel from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Saturday, and India Science is a sister channel which is available on any internet-enabled device. The channels offer a range of interesting science-based news and programming. The two science channels are implemented and managed by Vigyan Prasar, an autonomous organization of DST. Now, this is the first step in creating a national science channel for India. A Science Monitor team brings you this report.
It is a well-known fact that science plays an integral role in our day-to-day lives. From our world's history, we also know that it is essential for any society or country to grow in the field of science and technology. India is one of the fastest growing economies of the world, and the development of scientific technologies and temper has been an essential part of this process. But though there is a pool of great innovations, the citizens of our country are not made aware of them. To keep the citizens connected with the scientific developments, the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, with Doordarshan has launched two science communication mediums. DD Science and India Science were launched on 15th of January in New Delhi. It was inaugurated by Dr. Harshvardhan, Minister of Science and Technology, Government of India. The inaugural ceremony was also marked by the presence of Dr. Ashutosh Sharma, Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, Shashi Shekhar Vempati, CEO Prasar Bharati, Supriya Sahu, Director General Doordarshan, and Dr. Nakul Parashar, Director Vigyan Prasar. DD Science is a 1-hour slot on Doordarshan National Channel. It will be aired from Monday to Saturday between 5 to 6 p.m. while India Science is a 24/7 internet-based channel and can be accessed on www.indiascience.in through any internet-enabled device.
हमारा सपना तो बड़ा है और हम लोग चाहते हैं कि वो सपना हमारा साकार हो। एक दिन 24/7 ऐसा साइंस चैनल हम इस देश के अंदर लोगों के लिए पैदा करना चाहते हैं, जिसकी व्यूअरशिप और जिसका टीआरपी बाकी सारे चैनल्स पर चल रहे सब प्रकार के समाचारों को पीछे छोड़कर वो सबसे ज़्यादा हो।
In India's case, Doordarshan or DD is India's first TV channel and has played a significant role in informing people of developments from all walks of life. DD reaches out to more than 92% of India's population and can prove to be a very impactful medium for popularization of science. Shows like Turning Point, a science magazine program, and Living on the Edge, a weekly Indian TV show about environmental issues, are even today making people aware of science and its attachment to their lives. And so, the Memorandum of Understanding signed between DD and Vigyan Prasar is a unique step taken by DST and DD to promote science and scientific temper among the masses. The Secretary of Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Amit Khare, said Doordarshan reaches over 3 crore houses in the country and would be an impactful medium for the popularization of science. He emphasized that Doordarshan would be an ideal platform to send the scientific findings across. On this occasion, Secretary Department of Science and Technology, Professor Ashutosh Sharma shared information on the efforts made in the field of science communication in the country.
Friends, actually India has very deep strengths in science and technology. We are number 5 in the world in terms of number of scientific publications, but this strength does not always translate into communicating science. So this is something that we address today by launching the Science Channel on DD, as well as Internet channel, which is 24/7.
The two platforms can help to propel scientific information among a large population and pull the youth of the country towards science. Addressing the gathering, the CEO of Prasar Bharati, Shashi Shekhar Vempati, highlighted that channels are dedicated to science and will enhance the spirit of inquiry in children. The two channels will telecast science-based documentaries, studio discussions, and virtual walkthroughs of scientific institutions, interviews, and short films. Moreover, it will also help the scientists and researchers of our country to showcase their scientific work which they do for the development of society.
Bringing the gift of education to those who are visually challenged is a difficult and complex issue, as a lot of educational material and information available is in the form of non-braille documents. In order to empower the visually impaired students and to provide a better education facility, CSIR's the Central Scientific Instruments Organization, or CSIO, in Chandigarh has made a device called lithium-ion. The device has a feature to scan a given text in print or electronic format and then reads it aloud to the user. Science Monitor brings you a report on this important device.
India accounts for a population of 19 million visually impaired children. Out of this, 47% are illiterate due to the inadequate education facilities available for them. Books take time to be converted into audio format, and often visually impaired children are not able to receive proper braille reading training. To bring a solution to this important problem and to facilitate education among these special children, CSIR's Central Scientific Instruments Organization, a CSIO, has developed a device called lithium-ion. It is a reading machine where any printed or digital document can be retrieved to give a speech output.
Slow and steady wins the race. There once was a speedy hare who bragged about how fast he could run.
It is a multifunctional device as it can read printed text, e-books, and even e-news. The device supports documents for multiple languages. The development of this device will lead to sustainable development goals by providing inclusive and quality education for all. The institute has also made a mobile app called the lithium-ion Android app for better accessibility.
lithium-ion एक इंस्ट्रूमेंट है जो उन लोगों के लिए बनाया गया है जो 12 डायप्टर एक आई की विजिबिलिटी होती है, इनके पास विजिबिलिटी बहुत कम रहती है, उनके लिए बनाया गया है, या फिर जो मतलब देख नहीं सकते हैं चीज़ों को, या फिर जो बहुत ज़्यादा एज्ड हो गए हैं, जिनकी विजिबिलिटी बहुत ज़्यादा कम हो गई है, उनकी कन्वीनियंस के लिए ये चीज़ बनी है.
lithium-ion is based on the technique of contact scanning, which works like a scanner. The task can be done simply by scanning a document through the device. The device is programmed with a character recognition tool to convert the text. Then, an inbuilt text-to-speech processor converts the text into audio for the users. lithium-ion also has a special feature to analyze multi-column documents. It operates on lithium-ion batteries, which can work for up to 3 hours and supports internal memory storage of 32 GB. The device is portable, wireless, and user-friendly. The cost of the device is Rs 10,000. The Android app supports 3 languages: English, Hindi, and Bengali. It can be downloaded directly from the Google Play Store. Both the app and device are designed not just for children but for visually impaired people of all age groups. Through this device, visually impaired people are empowered and will be independent to read. Moreover, this unique initiative by the Institute will give assistance to learning, education and employment for visually impaired people everywhere.
It's time for a short break, but when we return, we'll take you to Aishwarya, Kolkata, where scientists have developed a method to predict the sun's solar activity for the coming decade. But that's after a short break. Keep watching Science Monitor. The sun has a profound effect on the Earth's climate and living conditions, and so it is essential to study the sun's solar activities. Now, a team of scientists at Indian Institute of Science Education and Research, Kolkata, have developed a way to predict the sun's activity over the coming decades, which could help to prepare against solar storms which impact Earth's weather conditions. Science Monitor brings you a report.
The sun is the heart of our solar system. It is a hot ball of glowing gases like hydrogen and helium. The gravity of the sun holds the solar system together, including the planets. The sun has an activity cycle in which it generates electric currents in the sun. These electric currents in turn generate a magnetic field. The magnetic field is the area around an object in which molecules are uniquely arranged so that their electrons spin in the same direction. This arrangement of atoms create two poles in a magnet, a north-seeking pole and a south-seeking pole. The sun's magnetic field goes through a cycle called a solar cycle. Every 11 years or so, the sun's magnetic field completely flips. This means that the sun's north and south poles switch places. Then it takes about another 11 years for the sun's north and south poles to flip back again. The solar cycle affects activity on the surface of the sun, such as sunspots, which are spots that appears from time to time on the sun's surface. Sunspots appear dark in contrast to its surroundings and are caused by sun's magnetic fields. As the magnetic fields change, so do the sunspots on the sun's surface. Now, predicting the sunspot cycle is challenging. Astronomers have observed sunspots on the surface of the sun for nearly 400 years. We are currently in the 24th sunspot cycle. Now, a team of researchers from the Indian Institute of Science Education and Research, or Aishwarya, Kolkata, have developed a way of predicting the intensity of activity in the next sunspot cycle using data spread over the last 100 years.
Our work was to predict what the sunspot cycle 25 would look like. So in particular, what we did was we predicted the strength of sunspot cycle 25 and the expected time when it will peak, which we expect to be, according to our simulations, 2024.
Scientists at Aishwarya, Kolkata have come out with a prediction for the upcoming sunspot cycle, which reveals the expected conditions in space over the next decade. The scientists suggest that the sun's activity would not dip during the next cycle, but it would be similar to the current cycle, perhaps even stronger. The scientists have developed a data-driven method to study the changes in the sun cycle. Studying the data from 1913 to 2016, the team predicts that the next sunspot cycle will start about a year after the end of the current cycle and peak in 2024.
Many of our modern technologies are based in space and rely on satellites, and therefore you need to make proper planning of satellite missions when you're going to launch them. You need to be able to estimate the lifetime of satellites up in space. And when you launch space missions, either to observe the sun or long-term interplanetary missions, for example, to Mars or to Venus, you need to be able to figure out what is the environment over this multiple years that the satellites are in or traveling through going to do to the health of the satellite.
The research was supported by the Indian Ministry of Human Resource Development and National Aeronautics and Space Administration or NASA. The data-driven method developed by scientists at IISER Kolkata will now help to predict the fluctuations of the solar activity much more reliably.
The Defence Research and Development Organisation or DRDO received the Exhibitor of the Year award in the Pride of India Expo at the recently held 106th Indian Science Congress in Jalandhar. The pavilion narrated the saga of self-reliance and national pride with a Make in India spirit. DRDO's exhibits included surface-to-air missile system Akash, model of BrahMos missile, remotely operated vehicle Daksh, and heavyweight torpedo Varunastra. Science Monitor brings you a report on the lethal weapons and artillery showcased by DRDO at the Expo.
Defence Research and Development Organisation or DRDO is the research and development wing of Ministry of Defence, Government of India. With a vision to empower India, DRDO is dedicatedly working towards enhancing cutting-edge defence technologies, leading to production of world-class weapon systems and equipment in accordance with the requirements of the armed forces. It has led the design, development and production of state-of-the-art weapon system, military equipments and soldier support system in the country. DRDO's pursuit of self-reliance and successful indigenous development of strategic warfare system was showcased in the Pride of India Expo at the 106th Indian Science Congress held recently in Jalandhar, Punjab.
इंडिया में कोई R&D बेस नहीं था, ना प्रोडक्शन बेस था, तो सारे वेपनरी या सारे जो इक्विपमेंट्स है वो सारे हम मैक्सिमम इंपोर्ट करते थे, मेनली फ्रॉम रशिया. नाउ इट इज़ फ्रॉम अदर कंट्रीज आल्सो लाइक यूएसए. कॉस्ट ऑलमोस्ट आप ये कह सकते हैं कि अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 1/5 से लेके 1/10 तक कॉस्ट है इनकी.
In the category of non-lethal weapons, DRDO showcased plastic bullets as an alternative to the Pele gun. This plastic bullet is made of nylon and is 500 times less injurious. The bullet head is fairly blunt and hence it can't penetrate the body to injure organs. These plastic bullets can be fired from the AK-47 rifles. When fired, it sounds like normal firing, so the psychological effect is the same.
पैलेट गन में क्या होता था, थोड़ी दूरी के जाने के बाद एक शॉट में 400 डिफरेंट टाइप्स के फ्रेगमेंट्स निकलते थे, जो कि मोब को अलग अलग जगह पे जाके हिट होते थे, जिससे किसी की आंख में भी हिट होता था और वाइटल ऑर्गन्स पे हिट होता था. सब लोगों किसी को परमानेंट इंजरीज भी हो जाती थी, ब्लाइंडनेस हो जाती थी. तो इन चीज़ों को अवॉइड करने के लिए एक लेस लीथल एम्यूनिशन का डिज़ाइन किया गया है.
Lethal weapons and artillery of DRDO included surface-to-air missile Akash, BrahMos, Prithvi, Astra, Nag, heavyweight torpedo Varunastra, laser ordnance disposal system or LORDS, armed engineering recce vehicle, 155 mm advanced towed artillery gun system, Pinaka, multi-barrel rocket launcher, multi-mode hand grenades, sonar systems, radars, night vision devices, bulletproof jackets and helmets. Life sciences products included portable chemical agent detector, individual underwater breathing apparatus along with full body protector. It is science that drives the nation in peace and war. DRDO has a firm determination to make the nation strong and self-reliant in terms of science and technology, especially in the field of military technologies. It aims at providing our defense services a decisive edge by equipping them with internationally competitive systems and solutions.
It's time for a short break, and when we come back, we will bring you some more news on science and innovation from India and around the world. Keep watching Science Monitor. Welcome back after the break. Let's now take a quick look at some more scientific innovations and developments from India and around the world.
Recently, Ravi Shankar Prasad, Minister of Electronic and IT and Law and Justice, Government of India, inaugurated the Command and Control Center and Center of Excellence in Artificial Intelligence by National Informatics Center or NIC in New Delhi. Through the Command and Control Center, NIC aims to build better information and communication infrastructure for the country. The Center for Excellence in Artificial Intelligence has been established with an aim to improve government services for the citizens. The center will focus on areas of machine learning, AI in text image recognition and speech recognition and chat box. In a recent event in New Delhi at the World Book Fair 2019, a panel discussion on science writing for the children and young adults with a special focus on Indian languages was organized. It was organized by the Center for Studies in Science Policy, JNU, in association with Information and Communication Society of India and National Book Trust, India. The main objective of the discussion was to spread awareness about science writing and its various aspects in different languages. The Department of Science and Technology organized the Science Conclave 2019, Research on the Frontiers from 16 to 18 January 2019. At the event, Dr. Ashutosh Sharma, Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, gave an interactive talk on future of science, technology and innovation. Several other interactive sessions with prominent Indian scientists were also held. The event was held at the Kothari Center for Research and Innovation in Science Education at Miranda House College at University of Delhi.
And in the history of science this week, we remember renowned geologist Arthur Holmes. He was born on 14th of January 1890 in the United Kingdom. He was a pioneer in the study of geochronology, which deals with the study of rocks and the Earth's geological history. Arthur was the first scientist in the 20th century to determine the age of the Earth by studying the uranium decay in igneous rocks. This study also led to the development of isotope geometry. In 1913, he made the first geological time scale. Holmes was also referred to as the father of modern geochronology. For his remarkable work, Holmes won several medals like a Murchison Medal in 1940, Penrose Medal in 1956 and Wettelson Prize in 1964. He passed away on 20th of September 1965 in London. His valuable research work pertaining to the Earth's history is a benchmark in the advanced scientific study of geology. Well, that is all for this episode of Science Monitor. You can send your feedback and suggestions to Science Monitor on our email ID news@vigyanprasar.gov.in. You can also write into us at Vigyan Prasar, C24, Qutb Institutional Area, New Delhi 110016. We'll see you again next week with another episode of Science News and Innovations. Till then, goodbye and take care.